When this money comes, don't tell anyone. When the blessing finally appears, when the door that's been locked for years suddenly swings open, when the opportunities you've prayed for finally begin to flow, keep it quiet. Don't rush to post it. Don't run to prove it. Because some things God gives you are meant to be protected in silence, not displayed in noise. Not every miracle needs an audience. Not every breakthrough requires a broadcast. Some blessings are sacred, so divine, so carefully orchestrated by God, that even a single careless word can invite opposition from those who were never meant to witness your process. When this money comes, when the abundance you've been sowing for finally starts to manifest, you have to learn to walk softly. Silence isn't secrecy. Silence is protection. It's maturity. It's wisdom. God blesses those who know when to speak and when to stay still. The truth is, many people destroy their own miracles because they talk too soon. They announce a seed before it becomes a tree. They show their fruit before it's rooted deep enough to survive the storm. And when the wrong eyes see it, envy begins to move. Jealousy starts to whisper. Energy shifts. And suddenly, what was meant to grow begins to wither under unwanted attention. When God gives you a financial breakthrough, it's not a call to boast. It's a call to steward. It's not an invitation to flaunt. It's a test of whether you can handle what you prayed for. Because God doesn't just bless your hands. He examines your heart. Will you stay humble when abundance arrives? Will you still walk quietly when the favor becomes visible? See, many people can handle poverty. Few can handle prosperity. Many are faithful when they have nothing, but lose their balance when wealth comes. God is not against money. He's against pride. He's not against success. He's against forgetfulness. So when the money comes, remember who gave it to you. Remember the tears you cried when no one saw. Remember the nights you went hungry, the prayers you whispered when nobody was watching. Remember how long it took to get here. Because money is not just paper, it's a tool that tests the soul. It exposes what's inside you. It reveals whether your faith was real or just a desire for comfort. When this money comes, don't tell anyone. Some blessings must be guarded until they're fully grown. When God begins to lift you, when doors of financial increase swing open, move in silence like a gardener tending sacred ground. You don't shout every time a seed sprouts. You nurture it quietly until it's strong enough to face the wind. Silence in seasons of growth is not weakness, it's divine strategy. It's not fear, it's focus. Because not everyone can handle your elevation. Your success might awaken discomfort in people who once cheered for your struggle. Not because they hate you, but because your growth confronts their stagnation. So God tells you to build quietly. He hides you from noise while He strengthens your foundation. Wealth is not just a reward, it's a responsibility. That's why God doesn't send it to everyone. It requires spiritual discipline to carry abundance without being crushed by it. Money doesn't change you, it amplifies you. If you're generous, it magnifies your giving. If you're selfish, it multiplies your greed. If you're reckless, it increases your chaos. That's why when the money comes, don't rush to show it. Sit with it. Pray. Ask God, what do you want me to do with this blessing? How can I multiply your purpose, not my ego? Because divine wealth has a mission. It funds vision, restores dignity, heals generations. And that can't happen if your first instinct is to seek validation from people who overlooked you. Sometimes God will give you something before He lets you reveal it. He'll tell you, wait, because not every harvest is ready for display. Some fruits must ripen in the dark. Some blessings must mature quietly. It's easier to destroy a seed than to cut down a tree. So let your blessing take root before you show its leaves. There will come a time when God will want your success to be seen, not for your glory, but for His. Until then, stay silent, because He's testing whether you can carry the blessing privately without needing to prove it publicly. Can you stay humble while others speculate? Can you keep building when no one claps? That silence separates the ordinary from the anointed. When the money comes, don't let excitement make you careless. Many people lose what God gives them because they move too fast. They announce too early. They spend without vision. They invest without wisdom. But divine prosperity is not emotional, it's spiritual. Sit before God and let Him be your financial advisor. He knows where your wealth belongs. He knows who should and shouldn't benefit from it. He knows the traps that lie ahead. If you keep quiet and listen, He will guide you. There's something sacred about silence in success. Keeps you grounded. It reminds you that everything you have is borrowed breath, temporary stewardship. You are not the owner. You are the vessel. God gives and He can take away. So walk humbly with your blessing. Let your gratitude be private before it becomes public. Because when you manage blessings in secret, God can trust you with more. When the money comes, you won't even have to say anything. People will notice the change. The peace in your presence will speak louder than any announcement. You'll move differently, not from pride, but from peace. God's blessing has a fragrance that cannot be hidden. But even then, don't talk about it. Just move wisely. Let them wonder what changed. Because sometimes God hides you in plain sight. He lets your success speak in whispers. Some people are meant to see your result but not your process. That's why He conceals certain seasons. To protect what's still fragile from the winds of envy and distraction. When the money comes, don't use it to prove a point. Use it to fulfill purpose. The world wants you to spend to be seen. God wants you to spend to be significant. Every dollar carries direction. It will either draw you closer to God or drag you away, depending on your heart. So give quietly, help silently. Let your generosity be worship, not performance. Because when you give in secret, you protect your blessing from pride. Remember, not everyone knows the story behind your glory. They see the fruit but not the fasting, the smile but not the sleepless nights. When this money comes, silence will be your armor. It will protect your purpose and guard your peace. When God answers the prayers you cried in the dark, it'll feel overwhelming. You'll want to shout, but that's not the time to speak. That's the time to listen. Because your next instructions are waiting in the quiet. Most people celebrate too loudly. They confuse manifestation with completion. They think the blessing means the battle is over, but it's not. It just means the battle has shifted. Before, you were tested by lack. Now you'll be tested by abundance. Before, you prayed to receive. Now you'll pray to manage. Discretion is holy. When you talk too soon, you alert forces not meant to see your light yet. But when you stay quiet, you remain invisible under God's covering. When the money comes, bow your head. Thank God in whispers. Gratitude is most powerful when it's pure, not performed. Jealousy isn't always loud. It can come from the ones who love you most. Some hearts can't handle your success without being affected by it. That's why silence is safety. When you prosper, don't let comfort kill your prayer life. Don't let abundance silence your hunger for God. Wealth without worship becomes wilderness. Every new level should draw you closer to the giver, not deeper into the gift. So when the blessing comes, protect it from others and from yourself. Pride is the quiet thief of prosperity. The moment you start thinking, I did this, you've already drifted. God doesn't bless you to glorify yourself. He blesses you so His glory can flow through you. When this money comes, don't tell anyone. Build quietly, give quietly, pray loudly, and when your story unfolds, the world will see the fruit, without you ever needing to say a word. Because true prosperity doesn't shout, it shines.